presented. The band has played the national anthem.
Welcome
Please remain
to
standing
Joe
until the
Knowles
colors
Field
have
in
cleared the
Port
field.
Orchard, the home of the South Kitsap High School Wolves, as we open the 2012 high school football season, and the Wolves are taking on the Big Bad Chargers from Kentridge. We're happy to be coming live to you this evening on SKTV, Channel 205 on Wave Digital Cable, and streaming this game live also over the internet through the kidsapsun.com/website/football. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr, joined by Kitty Campagna. And Kitty, what a great way to start the 2012 season.
Well, Doc, we're just waiting here for the color guards coming on right now, and they are the color guard for the NJROTC. They're the SKHS band under the direction of Gary Grams will be performing the national anthem.
In our national anthem, tonight's national anthem will be conducted by Senior Drum Major C.C. Boyd, Junior Drum Major Aaron Niles, and Field Marshal Dan Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Let's play some football.
And with the cannon, we are back, Doc. This is so exciting. Friday Night Lights, football in the state of Washington starting up on August 31st, long before school starts in a lot of places.
Hard to believe we're already there, Kitty. It's high school football 2012, and what a great place to start. The South Kitsap High School Joe Knowles Field here in Port Orchard as they take on a big league school from the Seattle area, the Kentridge Chargers. And how many stories do we have tonight, starting with the new coach for the South Kitsap Wolves, head coach, Mr. Eric Canton.
Yeah, Eric has been an assistant for years under DJ Sigurdsson, but now this is his opportunity to take the program that has been built and move it his way. It sounds like he's trying to do a lot of things the same, but still making changes to fit his particular style.
Well, and Coach Canton, of course, worked under Hall of Famer Coach Ed Fisher, and he was the quarterback as a junior that took the South Kitsap Wolves to the King Bowl, the WIAA State Championship Tournament, back in 1984.
Well, you know it's a long time ago if you're talking King Bowl, because that particular structure doesn't exist anymore. And Coach Canton is an alumni from he is a South Kitsap native. He went to Olalla Elementary, Cedar Heights Junior High, and then on to South Kitsap High School where he was quarterback.
And his son, a sophomore quarterback on this team, Cooper Canton.
There you are.
And speaking of local guys, the long-standing coach for the Kentridge Chargers, Marty Osborne from Bremerton High School.
Yeah, Marty has a little bit of history in our area as well. He went to Bremerton High School, then played college football at Olympic College back when they had football at the community college, and then went on to coach a little bit at Olympic High School as an assistant, Mount Rainier High School as a head coach, and finally he's been at Kentridge for 22 seasons.
And you know, speaking of Olympic College football, this year for the first time in a long time, there's going to be JC, junior college football in our area, as our local team is going to join the league of JC football teams. And it's not actually sponsored by Olympic College, but you have to be an Olympic College or a Peninsula College player to play on that team.
It sounds like something that's very needed around here. I think that was shown by the Kitsap Bears and some of the semi-pro teams, that these guys really don't want to end playing football at high school. And we know how wonderful high school football is, which is one of the reasons we're here tonight. But I think that's a great plan to be able to bring it out to the junior college guys.
And you know, it's great to be working with the South Kitsap television production program, their channel on Wave Digital Cable, channel 205. They do a great job, and thanks to their instructor, Mr. Mike Downham, for pulling this together. I feel like I'm in the lap of luxury.
Oh, isn't this wonderful?
I don't have to plug cables in or make sure cameras are working 1 minute before the game, Kitty.
Well, and we'd like to thank Darren Bowden. We know that he was unable to make this particular game. He is the usual announcer, but tonight they're letting those of us from West Sound bring our voices across with this.
Here we go. We are underway as South Kitsap kicks off to the Kentridge Chargers in the white and green. South Kitsap, of course, in their maroon and white. Kickoff goes out of bounds, so that'll give Kentridge pretty fair starting position.
R.J. Pullen with that kickoff. He's a senior. The South Kitsap Wolves lost quite a few seniors, but they have a lot of seniors and a lot of people who have experience on this team this year. And as all good teams should be, they're talking state, but they also know one game at a time.
It's a ways to go. We've still got about 2.5, 3 months to get there, but what a beautiful night for a football game here in Port Orchard. You can't ask for any better football weather.
Well, the PA announcer, Mr. Mitchell, Jeff Mitchell, is up on the roof outdoors, which is a great position when it's not raining, but not quite so good when it's raining.
Sam Smith starts out for Kentridge as the QB, and it's a quick handoff to that inside back who's going to pick up a little bit of yardage. Pretty good run there by number 24, Derek Bell, brought down by South Kitsap after a gain of about 8 yards.
We have a bird's eye view up here, up on the roof, and we're covered, so we even have the better deal.
And again, Sam Smith is back in that shotgun position. He's got one back next to him and moves one out. Again, it's a fake handoff to this time his back, and that time South Kitsap doing a nice job smelling that one out and stopping it, getting out of the bottom of that pile. Number 21, Ilya Tsafikov.
And I saw Michael Beard, number 51, bringing people down.
Well, that'll bring up third down now for Kentridge and about 2 yards to go for that first. Ball is at about the 43-yard line, and the flag out there.
That might be movement. Number 5 on the outside corner, taken off too early.
Yes, it is. That'll move him back 5. We also want to thank the KitsapSun.com/football for streaming this game live on their weekly Game of the Week.
This is the opening game of the week. How exciting. We have Spencer Anderson, who's in the cramped control room, helping to stream that right now.
Along with TD and engineer Matthew Swagger. Oh, the pass by Smith out to 24. He's got the first down. He's to the 40, the 30, the 20. And South Kitsap manages to run him down, but just barely. as Derek Bell carries it down to about the 6-yard line.
That's senior Ilya Svetkov who brought him down, number 21, but awfully close to pay dirt.
So first down for the Chargers, and looks like they're going with the quick huddle or no huddle out there, Kitty.
You know, these guys have been practicing for a while, and they are so game ready. Can I play? Can I play? So they have probably practiced this first set of downs several times.
And handoff. Oh, nice job that time. Number 17, R.J. Poland in the drop the South Kitsap, or the Charger runner for a loss.
Looking to the sideline, seeing if maybe there's something different that the coaches might call this time.
That'll move them back to about the 8-yard line now. Second down. Goal to go. Sam Smith is a junior, 6'3", 190. Good size for a quarterback, especially in high school.
I was going to say that's good size for a college quarterback.
He'll look for the pass, but he's...
He intercepted!
Got the intercept in the end zone. Another great defensive effort by South Kitsap to start this game out with, and that's Bryce Broom, one of the seniors on the team.
He is, and he does a wonderful job getting that interception.
And again, defense, such an important part, and Coach Canton stressed that. But, despite being a quarterback himself, he knows the importance of defense. And I'm sure that was all those years working with Coach Fisher, Coach Sigerson, because South Kitsap was renowned for its defensive efforts.
Oh, definitely. Now, you kind of wonder about the wisdom of bringing that out, but you're so excited about the interception, and he did still get it out to about the 16. Otherwise, he would have had it at the 20.
Yeah, Kevin Watley, QB, hands off for a nice little pickup on first down for South Kitsap.
Watley was the backup last year, throwing for a couple 100 yards and doing a nice job when the senior quarterback was unable to play.
So that'll move the ball out to the 20-yard line for the Wolves. Second down and just a little over 5 to go for that first. It's a classic South Kitsap eye out there.
Seen it a time before, have you, Doc?
One or two. Oh, Watley's pass just a little over the hands of Nick Stoner.
That had first down written all over it.
Sure did. Nick had a good route. He was open just a little high on that pass. Third down now and about 5.5 to go for South Kitsap for the first.
Nick's listed at 5'9", and I think they may have added an inch or two. I always like football. They add a few pounds and maybe an inch, but that was still too tall for his 5'9" frame.
Big third down here for South Kitsap. And Watley holding on to it, looking for somebody to pass to. He's got the receiver down at the 50, 45-yard line. He'll take it inside the 40, down to about the 37-yard line. A great pass and a really nice catch.
Nick Stoner making that catch, and this time he outran his man on defense, and Watley gave that long enough for him to get to.
That was something else Coach Canton mentioned in his story in the prep zone from the Kitsap Sun with Nathan Joyce, that he was actually surprised by the speed on this South Kitsap Wolves team.
I did read that. Speed does not slump, he says.
And you can see it in a guy like Nick Stoner.
Yes.
He basically outran the defense.
And if you have a guy like Watley who can throw it that far, then that is a wonderful combination.
Yeah, Watley is going for that big numbers this year. He had some pretty good numbers last year as far as passing yards. All right, first down for the South Kitsap Wolves into Charger territory, about the 38-yard line. Got one man there. Uh-oh, that was a little too much movement, I think. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be 5 yards back for South.
Our veteran crew out there. We have referee Steve Green, umpire Glenn Samples, linesman Tracy Hillman, line judge Dave Paul, back judge Fred Perkins and the alternate Raymond Cabato. So these are guys whose names we have called once or twice over the years.
That's correct. Our buddy Fred out there starting
Exactly.
the opener here. Good to see.
Seen Tracy many a time out there.
First down and about 15 to go. Nice run up right through the middle there for number 37. That would be Bryce Broom.
Senior getting a lot of work out there. First he had the interception, and then here, now do some running. Very common in high school football where players will play both ways.
Well, and of course, too, you really want your seniors, to be the leaders of your team. There's not one superstar out there at the high school level. And so it's great to see these seniors, Stoner and Watley and Broom, starting out strong for the Wolves. Ball is on about the 35-yard line. Oh, didn't get much on that one, and a flag coming in, and that was thanks to Riley Polson out there, linebacker for the Chargers, who kept right up with the runner and pulled him down with a very little gain. We'll have to see which way that flag will go. It's a hold against South Kitsap.
They didn't hold very well, did they, Doc? Riley Polson.
They didn't hold Riley,
there.
apparently.
Yeah, they held the wrong guy.
So that'll be a loss of yards, but it'll be, well, we'll see what the Chargers choose to do.
They may choose to take the down as it was a loss, but we'll see.
Yeah, looks like they will move them back 10.
Now, we've seen a progression with kickers over the last so many years where several of these teams have improved their place kicking, and so moving them back probably isn't a bad idea.
Well, South Kitsap will have the ball on the Charger 46-yard line on a second down, and now about 20 to go.
Some great work by our cameraman out there and the whole video production crew.
Oh, quick pass out to the flat there. Nice job by the receiver to pick up about 7-8 yards on that one. Won't get back up to the original line of scrimmage, but made some positive yardage.
That's Ilya Svetkov, the senior, 6'1", carrying a Charger or two with him forward.
Ilya, we don't have the heights and weights for the South Kitsap crew.
Oh, I do on mine because
okay.
I bought a program, Doc. So I can give you that. He comes in at 6'1", 202 pounds.
All right, that's a load.
Yeah.
6:40 left to go here in this first quarter, and it's a third down now for the Wolves at about the 41-yard line of the Kentridge Chargers. Short drop back by Watley, and he's going down deep. Oh, beautiful catch by number 11. That's Tom Simpson, another one of the seniors for the Wolves. And he turned around to grab that ball, maybe just a little short, but he went right up over the defender to grab it.
Well,
nice job.
This is one where it wasn't so much speed as height. Simpson comes in at 6'1", and you're right, Doc. He stopped, let his defender get past him, and made sure he was where the ball ended up.
So that'll move the Wolves down to the Charger 9-yard line for a first down and goal to go here in the first quarter.
One of my favorite fan cheers is that first down and putting the hand forward, and I think everybody likes that one.
Hand off to the back there. He'll get a yard or two on that. And that is Kalima, I believe.
It's Lee is his. We don't have to say the whole thing, but he goes by Lee Kalima.
Okay, Lee Kalima. Pick up a couple on that one. Ball now down, maybe 1.5. 7.5-yard line for the Wolves, second down.
So we're looking at goal to go as the sideline chain people put their chains down.
Oh, that one. Oh, nice break there.
Adam Gascoigne
That's Adam Gascoigne. And he did a nice job of fighting off that first tackle, which would have been a loss of a yard or two.
Kentridge Chargers definitely setting themselves on their defense right now, trying not to let South Kitsap score.
Well, there is a yellow flag out there.
Something.
Oh, face mask against the Chargers. So that should be half the distance to the goal for South Kitsap. They are on about the 4-yard line right now.
I was trying to get the number of the captain he was speaking to, and I couldn't see that one. So.
And there it is. So ball down on about the it's about the 2-yard line. And it'll be second down for the Wolves.
Well, Doc, you came up with the same amount of distance as the radio guys from Kentridge, so you must be right. This place is being podcast. It's on the internet, live streamed. It will be on Channel 205. This is going to be one of the best covered games ever.
Man, we've got a referee. We've got a timeout charged to South Kitsap. Coach Canton wants to get the guys together and talk to them. Well, it's been a pretty good first quarter so far for the South Kitsap Wolves. A nice defensive effort there on that first drive by the Chargers with that interception. And they have continued to move the ball.
Well, the interception saved them because the Chargers were knocking on the door, but tried a little too much to get it into the end zone by the air, which surprised me because they had been so successful running. So a really nice job by that defense to be prepared for that. And they started this drive on the their own 16-yard line.
5 minutes, 2 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1, game number 1 in the high school football season here in Kitsap County.
Thanking Matthew Swagger for that lovely, all the special graphics that we have, so we know how many timeouts each team has, what the score is, what's happening on the field. That's very nice.
Our director tonight, Matthew Estera. Yeah, we'll get to those other crew members from the South Kitsap television production program here shortly.
You mean our pizza eating buddies? That's the best part. You get pizza before when you work with these guys.
Well, now they've got a full backfield there for Kevin Watley. And getting close to the end zone, but not quite in yet. And the ball carrier that time is Bryce Broom.
Nice work on the camera, seeing how close they came to that end zone.
That ball will be about on the half-yard line, it looks like.
They don't have a half on the scoreboard, so they got to call it 1.
Third down for South Kitsap. And again, that full backfield there behind Kevin Wadley, who will go under center. Hand off to Broom, and this time the arms of the referee goes up, and South Kitsap scores the first points.
No one told me about the cannon, Doc. Jeez.
That's a South Kitsap tradition.
I should have remembered it from last year, but at my age, the memory goes, you know?
Nice job that time, and it was Bryce Broom right there, number 37, carrying the package across the goal line and scoring the first 6 for the South Kitsap Wolves.
You know, even with that holding penalty, they were able to make that happen. So really nice resilience by the South Kitsap team.
PAT coming up. And it's good.
And that is Poland, I believe, with the kick, number 17.
RJ. All right, we've got, even though school has not started yet here at South Kitsap, we've got a whole contingent of cheerleaders. We've got the South Kitsap band out here. It's just great. This is really the way to begin the high school football season.
Well, Doc, you're not a kidding. It is so much fun to be out here. And actually, it's probably a lot of fun for the kids because there is no football or no school. So what better thing to do on a Friday night? There's no homework, none of those things.
Thank goodness.
I know for you and I, we're past those years, I think. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a nice job by the South Kitsap, both the defense with that takeaway as the Chargers were down deep in SK territory, and then running it, like Kitty said, from the 16-yard line, their own, all the way in for the score. 7-0 lead for the South Kitsap Wolves over the Kentridge Chargers at the 4:22 mark here in number 1.
So that might remove like one butterfly from Eric Canton's stomach, but I can imagine that this is a pretty exciting night for him as his first evening as a head coach of this remarkable team.
And you know, he played on this field, this very field. It's been here for a while. Actually, I think it's one of the last real grass fields left here in the county.
There are rumors that may change if they ever want to hold a playoff game.
Yeah, Kentridge will bring them back out to about the 24-yard line.
Number 16 with the carry, that's Danny Allen, a senior for Kentridge Chargers.
So we will see the Chargers out there again on offense, and they're huddling up on the sideline over with Coach Marty Osborne.
And there are 32 other coaches. We've come up with the fact that we do believe that there might be a coach per player. They have Nick Bartoli, Justin Brocky, Craig Doherty, Steve Fenton, Dave Fowler, Matthew Griffith, Harold Hawken, Bill Johnson, Jeff Kepp, Andy Linscott, Jeff Schumaki, Chris Suba. Are they playing yet? Steve Weimer, and I think that's it.
Getting ready. Here we go. Got it in, Kitty. Good job.
That's impressive.
Sam Smith again in that shotgun, calls for the ball, and it's a handoff to the running back, number 5, and another great defensive effort, number 5, the running back, and the defense pulled down by 21. That's Ilya Tsetsikov.
Now, we don't have 5 listed on the lineup that they gave us. I have a separate one from online, and that's a Marlon Palmer, but I don't know if that is even correct. Yeah, it's not looking like these line up.
Second down, and it was actually a loss of about 5 on that one. Coming around this side, though, they'll get close to the first down on this run, and that is Derek Bell. We've seen him quite a bit so far tonight for the Chargers.
Yeah, he's got a little speed. He's gotten some yardage already.
Well, we could call number 5 for Kentridge, Travis McGuire, who's listed as 4 and is a tight end.
We could. And I think actually he was mentioned as a starter, so I think that is correct.
But Palmer also listed as a tailback. Again, the handoff. And again, a nice job of D, a loss of yardage. And boy, that South Kitsap defense is looking good to start things off. And I think Adam Gascoigne was the first one in on that one.
He was the one I saw stop the momentum, and then the rest of his team came in and made the tackle.
So that's going to bring up 4th down now for Kentridge, and they've got a good 5 or 6 yards to go for the first down. So it looks like they're going to have to punt away.
First punt of the evening, Doc.
No, snap a little high. Nice job, though, by Daniel Ellen to corral it, but it's kind of a short punt. Van Gascoigne with it around the far side. He's into Charger territory.
Nice job when I wasn't sure if they were going to play I got it, you got it at first, and then to make the reception and get quite a few yards. That was a good 10, 15 yards off after the catch.
Well, we're just about at the 2-minute mark here at the first quarter, and South Kitsap with the ball in Charger territory at the Kentridge 43-yard line.
You know, Doc, we talked about all the band being here, all the different people, but also the production crew, the video production crew, when they're not in school yet. But they tell me they've spent a fair amount of time here over the summer as they have that Channel 205 and getting up some programs that are going on that. And
yeah, whistle blows. It's going to be a referee's timeout.
some conversation, seemed to have it worked out.
First down for South Kitsap. And about maybe a yard gain on that one.
Riley Polson bringing him down. And Riley's one of those ones that I like to call a kind of a square player. He's listed at 5'9" and 215, so he's just kind of got that box shape. But it's a great shape if you're going to be in the middle there to stop and running backs.
Yeah, that'll bring up the second down for South Kitsap. Ball moved about a yard from the original line of scrimmage.
Slowly ticking down out of this first quarter with about a minute and a half left.
Watley with his backs in the eye position. Go to the halfback. Nice job there. He's got some positive yardage. First down territory down to about the 31-yard line, and that's Li'i Kalima.
He's only a junior, and he is only 5'7" and 166 pounds. He's one of those that kind of sneak out of the holes. The defense can't see him.
Well, that time, that was a perfect example of that. He just scooted through that little hole there, and once he hit that hole, boom, he was gone.
That would
Very
be
nice.
the speed factor that Eric Canton has talked about.
Very nice. So that brings up first down for the Wolves. Ball is at the 31-yard line of the Chargers. And we're at the 1 minute mark at quarter number 1. And Watley puts his backs back into the eye. He'll hold on to it, roll out to this near side, look at the pass. He's got a receiver down there. And that time out of bounds. The intended receiver was Ryan Camp, and it was overthrown, and it was probably the better idea to overthrow that one. The defense was pretty close to Camp on that.
Well, and he took a big-time hit at the end of that. He held on to that ball as long as he could, and then, bam, he met a Charger. And so that might have changed the trajectory of his pass a bit.
Second down now for South Kitsap. 2nd and 10. Ball is at the in between the 31 and the 30-yard line of the Chargers. And the referee says, hold on, the clock didn't move when he signaled the man in the hat. Here we go. Uh-oh, ball is loose. It's down on the grass, and they are signaling that Kentridge picks it up. Let's see. That looks like, again, the man in the white hat is our head man, and he says Kentridge grabbed that one.
That was senior Nathan Lance, number 62, coming up with the ball. And this had been a pretty clean game up till then. Not a ton of penalties, which you expect quite a few actually in the first game. And certainly not a problem with moisture for that particular handoff or the fumble.
Well, the guys, the defenders are always taught to go for the ball. And you never know when somebody's hand is going to get in there and grab it. And that's what happened that time. Hand knocking the ball loose. And Kentridge will take over possession here. First quarter about ready to wind down. I'll probably get one play in. Pitch out. And they're going to pick up about 2 or 3, but there is a yellow hanky out there on the 30-yard line.
That'll stop the clock while they figure out exactly what the penalty is.
Yeah, it's in that territory of holding, and that's what it is. Holding against the Kentridge Chargers. So they'll talk to South Kitsap, and I believe out there on the defense, it's Michael Beard that they're talking to.
Number 51, one of the seniors that's out there.
And they'll move him back 10. Still be first down, but this time the first down for the Chargers will start at the 21-yard line.
That's a little bit farther.
Holding assessed against the Chargers.
27.2 seconds left to go here in this first quarter at Joe Knowles Field.
First and 20.
On beautiful August 31st, 2012.
Oh, good pressure on the quarterback. He got the ball away, but that was a great job by Devin Newquist to get in on Sam Smith and force that pass.
Charger was open, but he wasn't going to get much even if he had caught that because South Kitsap had read that well.
Second down coming up now for Kentridge. Sometime we'll have to count up all the Kent high schools that have Kent in
the
their
name. Kentwood, Kentridge, Kent, Kent Meridian.
Kent Lake.
There you are. We'll make up some new ones. Clark Kent.
Second down for Sam Smith. Pass out into the flat. Basically nothing doing there. And again, another very nice effort on the defense by the South Kitsap Wolves. Did you see the number?
I
believe
not.
It might have been Kalema.
Oh, that could be. All I know is that the first quarter is going to wind down right now.
So it's actually going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 yards on that one and bring up a third down for Kentridge. And at the end of the first quarter of action here at South Kitsap High School, it's a 7-0 lead for the homestanding South Kitsap Wolves, game number 1 in the 2012 high school football season.
You know, Coach Canton should be really happy with what he has seen. When Kentridge originally came out, they were able to run at will at first, and he has obviously made some adjustments, or his defensive players have, and they are not having much success on the offensive end right now.
Well, last year, South Kitsap made it to the first round of playoffs, the play-in game. This year, we're not sure yet whether the Narrows League 4A is going to get 3 or 4 teams.
Or if they're even going to invite any of them. Yeah, they lost to Edmonds Woodway in that particular game, 29-19, but it was a great move to be able to make it even to the playoffs.
And the 4A Narrows League is one of the feared leagues in Western Washington, at least. Not only South Kitsap, with the ever-strong Olympia Bears, the Bellarmine Prep Lions.
Well, and quite often Gig Harbor puts out a pretty good team.
That's correct.
And
Gig puts out a good team.
Gig wasn't so successful last night against O'Day, but O'Day is a huge 3A powerhouse. So
I believe a ranked team in the state to begin the season.
How about in the nation, I think?
Yep.
Oh, here's
Sam
a pass.
Smith putting the ball up in the air, and it's a interception. The same result as the other time. This time it's Tom Simpson pulling down that ball, and that's going to be great position for the South Kitsap Wolves to start out this second quarter.
That was set up by their run defense, really. The Kentridge Chargers decided they had to pass to try to get some yards out of that, and being so far back from that first down. But the secondary right there, reading that pass was more to Simpson than anyone else.
Now, Coach Osborne, when he played at Bremerton, was also a quarterback. So we've got the battle of 2 quarterbacks at the coaching position here, Eric Canton and Marty Osborne.
Well, Marty's been situated in Kentridge for a while, and it's certainly a place that he says he has enjoyed coaching and done very well at, and had a lot of success. And the people around him, the players, have gone on to many different places, from college to even pro ball. His career record Kentridge is 130-81, and career is 148-103.
Yeah, quick handoff there, and it's going to be a loss of about a yard on that. The Wolves started at their own 49, and ball, well, actually about back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to place it near the 49. Second down coming up for our South Kitsap here. Second quarter just underway. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr from West Sound TV with Kitty Campagna. Happy to be working with the South Kitsap TV production crew to bring you this opener for the 2012 high school football season.
And thankful to the Kitsap Sun for doing the live stream, so we are worldwide this evening.
Uh-oh. A little bit of motion there.
Those are the penalties you kind of expect this first game.
It's going to be procedural, illegal procedure against South Kitsap. That'll move back 5. Second down now at about 16.
Clock started.
Wadley will come under center. It's pitch back to his running back. Oh, he's going to go. He's looking to go to the air. Nowhere to go to, though, so he's going to pull it down, go to the other side of the field, and pick up some good yardage. He's got a first down to about the 36-yard line, 35-yard line. Nice job that time by Bryce Broom.
Well, and there was a block by Simpson that was phenomenal out there. Broom had actually run around the corner and beaten the man, but that man no longer, in fact, he didn't get up for a little while.
First down for South Kitsap into Kentridge territory, down to the 36-yard line.
So the trick play worked in, maybe not the way originally planned, but it certainly got the yardage.
I always like seeing those halfback passes.
You do. You like some variety in high
Straight
school.
drop back by Watley. He goes over to the sideline, and Tom Simpson could not quite hang on to it. Pretty good defense that time by Kentridge. They were right on him.
Right on him is correct. He looked like he may have been a little pushed on that sideline, but was not called by the referees. So
we do not have replacement refs. These are the originals.
That is true. They are all the real deal.
For you pro fans out there, getting ready to start the season with replacement refs. Second down coming up now for South Kitsap, 2nd and 10.
That last play had potential, so I think we will see that again if Simpson can get past his man.
One back, and Watley wants to go to the air. Finally finds a receiver, and it's going to be a pickup of a few yards for
Deshaun Booker.
Booker.
That was nice work by Watley. The man came on him. He froze him with a fake on the throw, and then actually did throw it.
And it was good to see his patience
Yes.
to look for that open receiver.
That was a big
it
Charger
took a little
coming.
while. Third down now for South Kitsap, about 7 yards to go for that first. South is in the eye. 2 backs behind Watley. Give it to the running back. And 30, broke a tackle. He's fighting his way. I think that's going to be a first down, Kitty.
Really nice running. He was stopped 4 yards short and just used that strength in his legs to move forward. That was Adam Gascoigne.
Yep, Adam Gascoigne, and yes, indeed, he gets that first down as they move the chains down to the 20, inside the 25-yard line. First down for South Kitsap.
What a pleasure to be able to sit up here and watch this game and have the opportunity to talk to the people out there about it. This is quite wonderful.
First down. Pitch back to Gascoigne. He's to the 15, inside the 10.
But there's going to be a hold. I could even see that one, and I watched as the referee pulled it out of his pocket and threw it onto the flag, onto the ground.
Flag thrown at about the 23-yard line, and that is a hold.
Or I thought it was an awfully good block, and now I know why. But South Kitsap has overcome penalties before. They just continue to move forward.
And they'll march off the 10 yards.
Now South Kitsap, of course, also has a whole slew of assistants. They have Joey Dame, Adam Knaus, his son Austin plays for the team. Dustin Booth, Corey Dame, Corey Vartanian, and let's see, we have Rob Ellis and Troy Charlton.
First down for the Wolves, ball back at the 35. Oh, Kentridge showed the blitz, and Watley tried the fast pass and threw it ahead of his intended receiver.
Closer to a Charger than a Wolf on that particular one, but
that
it
was a
worked
little
out
scary.
okay. Yeah.
Because, yes, that could have been picked out. And that's why one of the reasons that you show that blitz, whether you're blitz or not, is to get in the mind of that quarterback.
But the defensive back, Derek Bell, actually played that correctly in that he stayed with his man instead of going off to the ball immediately.
Second down and 20 to go for the first for the South Kitsap Wolves. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Chargers. Hand off to the sole back, and he's going to get stopped with only a yard or 2 gain on that. That's Bryce Broom.
Yeah, Riley Polson and Braden Beckham bringing him down.
The ball carrier. He's stopped legally by Riley Paulson and Austin.
Bringing up third down and about 18 to go for that first. Ball placed at the 33-yard line.
8.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
Watley, straight drop back, rolling out to his left. He's got the receiver. And nice job there by the Kentridge defense to stop him short of a first down, but there is a yellow flag out there.
Simpson with the catch, but Brandon Gregory with the pulverize into the ground at the end of it.
Here we'll see. Oh, blow to the head.
Which was that pulverize into the ground that I believed I saw.
So that should be an automatic first. Inside the 20, we'll see how many yards they tack on.
Eric Canton was explaining that he would look at scores of teams the week after South Kitsap had played them, and quite often they came away with losses just because South Kitsap had beat them up so much. And you see with both of these teams, very, very physical play.
And that moves the ball inside the 10-yard line down to about the 8.5 for the South Kitsap Wolves. First down and goal to go with 8 minutes left here in the first half.
Fans
for the
definitely liking this. Pretty good sized crowd out here this evening.
Okay.
They're not in school yet either.
Kentridge brought some good crowd with it. Oh boy, that one was almost picked off. Number 25, Brandon Gregory from the Chargers, had his hands on that one.
Well, I'm not even sure how Watley threw that, because he had two Chargers who had grabbed his shoulder pads, and he was lucky to get that off. I know you hate to take that big a loss because he's quite a ways behind the line of scrimmage, but sometimes that's the better plan.
Yes, or throw it over the head of the intended receiver.
I don't think he had enough arm to do that.
I was going to say, I guess if you got some big defender hanging on you, that could be a little difficult.
Well, check this out, Doc. We're the on-field camera right now, which has got a really neat look to it.
Second down and goal to go. Hand off to the running back, who will pick up about 3-4 yards on that one.
A little bit safer play on that one.
Yeah, that was Adam Gascoigne.
So 3rd and 6, or 3rd and goal to go at this point.
Ball at the 6-yard line. Clock ticks, 7:11.
This game has moved by quickly.
Well played football, not too many fouls. Especially for the opening game of the season.
Oh, sure.
Just as I say that, whistles blow.
Now, we do not believe in the announcer jinx. It is on the other side of the field.
Oh, okay. Yep, it's a procedure call against South Kitsap. So that'll move back 5. Still be 3rd down, but this time the ball will be out to between the 11 and 12-yard line.
And sometimes that is actually an advantage for the offensive team because it increases the number of plays that they can run in there. Their players can spread out a little bit more with that distance. If you're too close to the end line, you usually end up with just running plays that you can run.
3rd down for the Wolves. Straight drop back for Watley, looking for somebody to throw it to, and he's going to get taken down with probably about a yard loss on that one.
That's probably a smart move on his part, and that was Austin Olson, 6'6", 242, who became one with him.
But we do have another yellow flag over here on this near sideline this time.
Face mask.
Ooh, against the Chargers.
Twice they have hurt themselves on big bring downs. One was with the blow to the head, and this one with the face mask. Having a conversation with the captain of the Wolves.
Kevin Watley was getting his instructions from coach. So number 53, I think.
Well, Kevin might just kind of be getting his head back on his shoulder too. If that was he whom was he who was face mask.
Yes, telling the referee what he wants to do. And South Kitsap will take the penalty. I believe it's defensive holding.
Oh, now they've I agree. They did say holding on that one. The first time I was pretty sure he gave the face mask symbol.
So that'll move the ball back down to about the 6-yard line. I think South Kitsap was there earlier.
We've seen this
Third down.
play, deja vu. But according to the scoreboard, they have 11 to, oh, they have changed it to 6.
Yeah, Watley goes with the quick pass. Oh, he had a receiver open, and I don't see the yellow hankies.
Brandon
But there
Gregory
could have
making
been
that play.
Nick Stoner there had some hands on his shoulders,
For the Chargers.
but did not impede, apparently, the play.
That would be their decision at that point. It did look like a pretty good play where the arm came in as the pass was coming. So
4th down for the South Kitsap Wolves on the Charger 5.5-yard line. And it looks like we're going to see our first attempt at a field goal.
not much longer than a typical point after.
Oh, that one.
And it makes it.
It was straight, but about 1 foot or less above the crossbars there for South Kitsap. So put another 3 on the board, and R.J. Poland, they'll boom the cannon for that one.
I have a friend who says that you should never put in more effort than is necessary for the particular thing that needs to be done. Never run out on a baseball field if you don't need to. just put what is necessary. Well, Poland was the epitome on of that particular philosophy on that particular kick.
6:11 in the second quarter, 6:11 to go in this half, and South Kitsap puts another score on the board now to lead the Kentridge Chargers 10-0. And a pretty solid performance once again by the South Kitsap offense, and it once again made possible by the South Kitsap defense.
Interception. Yeah, we do remember that happening. And South Kitsap, I applaud the way their patience, because they have worked through several penalties. They've had some loss on their runs, but they keep running the offense as it's been set up by Eric Canton and his assistants.
And you know, speaking of interceptions, what stat I like about Coach Canton is he has the West Sound intercept record of 13 interceptions as a sophomore here at South Kitsap.
I'm assuming that was as a defensive back and not as the quarterback.
That's correct. That was correct. What
that's a good
he
record.
got a hold of. And I believe he got his senior year was an All-American as a DB.
So although we talk about him a lot as a QB, it's obvious that he has a huge love for the defense as well.
And so far, 2 interceptions have made the day for the South Kitsap Wolves as they put 10 on board, coming off of intercepts from the Kentridge Chargers, who will start out at their own 23-yard line.
And Doc, we know in high school football 10 is not a big lead, especially with some of the explosive offenses that these teams have.
And Smith hands off to running back Jimmy Davis, and he'll pick up about 6 on that one.
They have about 6 minutes to try to bring it down the field and get this score a little bit closer.
He'll put the ball here at about the 37-yard line. 2nd down for Kentridge. And just as much as Kevin Watley has started under center, Sam Smith has started in the shotgun.
It seems to be the preferred offense for this team.
And fake the handoff. Play action there. And Smith is getting run out of bounds. Nice effort again by the South Kitsap defense. And this time it's number 79 out there doing the work for South Kitsap.
And I don't have a 79. How about you, Doc?
No.
Okay. I have a 76, Cullen Becker, but I certainly thought I saw the same number you did.
But it was a loss of about 10 yards on that. Move the ball back to the 20, bring up 3rd down and 14 to go here for the Kentridge Chargers at the 5:16 mark in quarter number 2. Smith will go out to the flat. Oh boy, that ball was available for picking up.
There were 2 Wolves and 1 Charger, and I believe the Chargers were lucky that a Wolf did not come away with that.
4th down now for Kentridge, and it looks like once again the South Kitsap defense has done their job, holding the Chargers down to their own 20-yard line, so they will have to set up for the punt.
Back for South Kitsap, I see number 25, Adam Gascoigne.
And Bryce Broom.
Bryce Broom.
They'll set up at about their own 45. And it'll go to Bryce. He'll pick it up at about the 47. He's into Charger territory. Down to the 30. Inside the 30, down to the 20-yard line, but a yellow flag.
And that was from the original play, so it's certainly not on the run back that is out there for. There might have been a procedure or something on.
Referee is discussing it. And, of course, if it's a choice, South Kitsap will probably say no thanks.
Take the play.
Oh, it's against South Kitsap.
Not enough to cause a 1st down, but there will be a re-kick, I am sure.
Yes, we'll see what the Chargers choose to do.
Having a total discussion. What looked like the whole team got to have a vote.
Well, let's see how far they moved that. It looks like a personal foul,
which I believe is an automatic 1st down.
And an automatic 1st.
Ouch.
And so the kicking team heads off, and the offense will come back on for the Chargers. And the ball will be at Kentridge's 35-yard line.
Quite a change in events right there.
That's a big one. Just under 5 minutes to go here in this 1st half.
Kentridge's offensive team back on the field.
Jimmy Davis back there with Sam Smith. And it goes to Jimmy. Cuts over the right side of his line, and he'll pick up a yard or 2 on that one.
Michael Beard, one of the Wolves, bringing him down. Referee blowing his whistle more than once. Starting to notice a little post putting down activity.
2nd down and about 9. 8.5 to go for Kentridge. Ball is at the 36-yard line of the Chargers.
Got a quick shot of the band that's lining up, getting ready to come on at halftime.
Three receivers off to one side, and it still goes to Jimmy Davis. Make that.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure who knew whether or not he made it out of bounds. When the guy signaled to start the clock, one of the things he's starting is a 25-second clock in his own head, but I think he wanted the real clock started too. Doc, we don't have our referees mic'd up this evening. One of the things that West Sound does try to add once in a while to their games is miking up their referees when they agree, and it's a great addition to what you're seeing in the game.
Watley going up into the air, intended for Newquist, just out of his reach, but on a incomplete pass, that clock stops.
This one we know. When you're within the last couple minutes of the game, for sure.
Of the half.
Yep. Well, that's true. We are only halftime.
So 2nd down now with 23.6 on the scoreboard clock. And Kevin Watley's got one back behind him 4 receivers, and it goes to that running back who gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage on that one by about half a yard.
Not a Charger fooled on that particular one. So with
And
third,
timeout called by South Kitsap. 17.7 seconds left to go. Third down, and the ball will be placed just outside the 45-yard line of the Chargers.
we must have, at one point we said there was a timeout, and there must not have been, because otherwise they would have not had any left. Watley confers with head coach, goes back to the huddle.
You know, third down, you've got time to send a receiver deep,
You do.
or just head into halftime. Head into the locker room at halftime with a nice lead. Third down, ball at the Charger 45.5-yard line for quarterback Kevin Watley.
Watley continuing to go under center.
He's got 3 receivers to one side, 1 to this side. It goes to Newquist, who fights his way out of bounds to stop the clock. Nice job that time by Devin.
Devin has a possible career in the circus. I watched him. He juggled that nicely and got it under control just before he was taken out of bounds.
12 seconds left to go. Fourth down on the down markers, but I don't think that's a big deal with 12 seconds left in the half. So either an opportunity here for another short pass and out of bounds to stop the clock. And so far, that's what we've seen from Coach Canton, who is the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach. Oh, and
Still got it.
Watley's
He's
got
looking
it.
for
He's
number
going
10.
deep. And in the end zone, there was some contact before that ball was thrown.
That was Ryan Camp who that was thrown to, number 10. And I would have to agree with you on what I was watching from my little eye in the sky. Seemed to be a fair amount of contact.
But not any flags to be seen, so the Kentridge Chargers will take over on their own 36-yard line with 4 seconds left to go. 4.1.
Great shot of the scoreboard here at Joe Knowles Field. And that's in memory of Phil Gray. Kentridge bringing out their offensive unit to see what they can do with 4 seconds.
Hail Mary. Band's not down at that end.
They're at the opposite. Oh, they moved. They're going to do it from 5 yards deeper.
So we'll get one more play with 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds on the clock for the Kentridge Chargers. They'll move back 5.
Secondary for South Kitsap playing a prevent defense, playing a good 20 yards off that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and Sam Smith's got, well, he's still got Jimmy Davis in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side.
It is a bit of a spread offense right now.
Yep. And he's going deep. And this one is... Nobody catches
There
it.
you are.
There was an opportunity for 2 South Kitsap defenders
and
to grab a hold of
possibly
it.
2 Kentridge players as well.
But that's over. The half is finished here, and South Kitsap with a nice first half, leading the Kentridge Chargers 10-0 here in the opening contest for the 2012 high school basketball season. Well, I'm the Dr. Doc Parr from West Sound TV. Kitty Campagna on the other microphone for me. We're really happy to be working with the South Kitsap TV production crew to bring this game to you on channel 205 SKTV and live on the kitsapsun.com/football. And stay tuned. Be sure and stay tuned here on this halftime interlude as South Kitsap TV presents an interview of Coach Canton, the new first-year head coach for the South Kitsap Wolves, brought to you by SKTV and Coach Bowden. Darren Bowden doing the interview. So stay tuned. That's coming up here shortly.
We are here with new head football coach for South Kitsap High School, Mr. Eric Canton. And first, Eric, congratulations on the new position.
Thank you.
And tell us what that means to be the head new football coach at South, being that you grew up here.
To be honest with you, it's an honor and a privilege. This is definitely something that means a lot to me, being able to give back to this program that meant so much to me as I was growing up as a part of this community.
Now, with the upcoming season, the 2012-13 season coming up here, once again being in the Tough Narrows League, what do we expect from you and the South Kitsap Wolves this year? What are we looking at in terms of offense, defense, a balanced attack? What do we got going on here?
Well, I think you're going to see some different things, especially on offense. Defensively, it's a different package, but in the same breath, it's going to be the same philosophy of being very aggressive and physical and trying to be a punishing type defense. And offensively, we're going to try and make sure that we get the ball to the kids who we feel need to have it in their hands in order for us to be successful. So that may mean some different formations, different type plays, but the basic idea of pounding the ball up in there and being physical, that hasn't changed.
Now you have some good experience coming back, some returning players, and how have the players been reacting to the transition to the new head coaching position?
I think that's a great question. There's times where I wonder myself, because kids are hard to read, and I think that they've responded very well. In the beginning, I think the change was something that they weren't too comfortable with, in the sense that Coach Sigurdsson is a good coach, great coach, and a great person, and somebody that they had a lot of respect for and still do. And so it's hard to step in and take somebody's place like that. So I feel like I've had to earn their respect and their trust, but I think we've gotten to the point where I think they understand that we as a staff, we know what we're doing and we have their best interest in mind.
Another question, Coach Canton, I'm sure that you're probably going to hear quite a bit from a lot of people is, you have a son that's now a sophomore here at South, who's going to be playing quarterback. And what is that like for you to coach your son?
It's pretty incredible. Yeah, the hardest thing to do is to separate being a father from being a coach, but I've been coaching my kids for so long now that it's something that comes easy to us. We've had conversations in the past, and I think that it's a good situation. He's earning the respect of the other kids, and he's doing a nice job. He's earning his keep, and ultimately that's what it comes down to.
Now, just briefly tell us, if you can, what kind of leadership are we looking at here? Like we said, some seniors coming back, but what role do we have for some of the juniors and even the upcoming sophomores?
Well, I think you're going to see a handful of sophomores that are going to compete, and they're going to provide some depth for us at the varsity level. As far as the juniors are concerned, we've got a good solid group there as well. Seniors it's a senior-dominated team, and it's going to be tough not having these guys around after the first year. But there's a lot of skill, and they work very hard, good leadership, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this year.
And we know that you and the other coaches are doing an excellent job. You'll be preparing the kids for each game every week, which coaches do. But in the Narrows League this year, are there any teams that stand out that, obviously every game counts, but a couple of big games that really stand out amongst the rest of the league?
Well, we've kind of separated our season, first 5 games, last 4 games. The first 5 kind of being the gauntlet. We open up with Kentridge, obviously, who's very well coached. Coach Osborne has been there for a long time and does a really nice job. I've played against them in the past. Then we play Newport out of Bellevue, who has the number 3 rated quarterback on the West Coast. He'll be going to play at Nevada Reno, play quarterback for them, runs out of the pistol. Then we get to open up our league with Gig Harbor here at home, also going through a transition with coach, and they're always good, and that's a big rivalry for us. Then we go down to Bellarmine to play Bellarmine, who has at least 2, if not more, Division I prospects playing for them. And then we're home here against Olympia following that. And they're always very well coached and an excellent team. So we're going to find out what we're made of real quick. And then we finish our last 4 games. 3 of them are on the road.
Well, I was going to say next,
So-
what kind of mindset do you and the other coaches prepare for yourselves and for the players, knowing that you only have 4 home games and some of the games are early at home, and then you finish on the road, like you said, 3 out of the 4.
Right. Well, I think as a coach, you feel like you should win every game that you have at home. You're protecting your home turf. So if that's the case, then we should have 4 wins there. And then when we go on the road, it gets a little bit different. But protecting the home turf is very important. And the key for us, I think, is even though we've separated into 2 different parts of the season, it's 1 game at a time. We can't be 2-0 until we're 1-0. And that's the mentality that we have to take.
Well, we've been with head football coach Eric Canton here at South Kitsap High School. And Coach Canton, thank you for your time, for joining us.
Thank you.
And we hope you have a really good season this year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are here with new head football.
Ladies and gentlemen, the South Kitsap Marching Band, under the direction of Gary Garang.
Hello and welcome to Wolf Tracks. My name is Matt Estron, so let the competitions begin. Welcome to the first annual Kitsap County Underwater Vehicle Competition. Boy, that's a mouthful. You heard right, for the first time, 2 teams from each ROV CAD class from each high school and junior high in the Kitsap County came together to test and compete their submarines. For those who don't know, ROV stands for Remote Operated Vehicle. Now, from the drawing board to designs to building and testing, it all comes down to this.
I think the best thing is that the kids are here, they're excited about it, they're showing their parents and their teachers what they're doing.
Best part of the contest is definitely putting it in the water, cleaning up all the toys on the bottom of the pool.
So far, I think it's just been the driving and seeing that it's overcome every challenge that we've put it through.
We've had a lot of challenges with it, but it's doing great right now.
During the morning, the students present their vehicles and storyboards as the judges record their findings. Similar to the high school tests, students have to make sure the boats work, float, and drive their boat through obstacles and picking up objects such as plastic rings and magnets.
Our biggest challenge to overcome was the buoyancy and the weights moving around.
Buoyancy.
And we had a small mishap where our stinger fell off. It picks up the objects from the floor.
After the competitors soaked the subs and picked up magnets, the judges concluded their findings. South Kitsap won first place, winning 3 of 6 awards, with Cedar Heights winning second and third place. Tyler Miller and Mitchell Idle won the ROV class competition with a score of 360 points, taking first place gold, while North Kitsap won second and Bremerton High in third. Devin Sutherland and Jonakin Ziora won the award for outstanding sportsmanship.
It's about submarines. A lot of cutting and gluing.
It's been a real big learning experience, but we're happy to be here.
I think it benefits their future in a lot of ways. First off, they made the vehicles. They've already tested them in the pools, but now we're taking it to the next step where they have to do on-the-spot engineering to go and do these challenges, modify their vehicles in order to make them able to do those challenges, and then compete with a timeline and against other teams. It gets them excited about what they're doing, why they're doing it, and shows some relevance to the real world.
Over 18 schools attended with over 100 students in the program. South Kitsap took home the gold thanks to our very own CAD teacher, Mr. Merle Williamson, who was awarded first place in the high school division category. With everything winding down, the students leave the competition learning new skills and new experiences.
So this is our first annual competition. We hope to have a second annual next year, and we've actually already started talking about it. And we hope to incorporate outside of Kitsap County, so make it more broader participant level. And then we hope to host a real regional where we would incorporate other states. Our hope is that winners from our event go on to other states and maybe to a national challenge.
Come back next year to see who will win the annual underwater vehicle competition. And that's it. Check out more Wolf Tracks at our website. I've been Matt Estron, and stay in tune for next year.
Welcome back to Joe Knoll Stadium here in Port Orchard, Washington, the home of the South Kitsap Wolves. It's the first game of the 2012 high school football season, and it's a good start for the South Kitsap Wolves, leading the Kentridge Chargers 10-0. I'm the Dr. Doc Parr from West Sound TV, joined by Kitty Campagna, and very happy to be working with the South Kitsap Television production crew to bring this first game of the season to you live on SKTV, Channel 205 on Wave Broadband, and live on the web thanks to the kitsapsun.com/football. And Kitty, a pretty solid start for the South Kitsap Wolves.
You got to like what they did that first half. They dominated on defense, and that is something over the years that South Kitsap has done. They have had such successful teams in this program that they have built here is incredible. So Coach Canton's got to like what he's seeing. There's been some mistakes. We've seen some penalties. We've seen one fumble, so that's not bad, just one turnover from South. But obviously the Kentridge coaches aren't going to be happy with the interceptions that they saw.
Well, and actually, for the first game of the season, I don't think it was too bad in the penalty. There were a few towards the very end there, but I don't think too bad at all for the opening game of the season.
Well, and several of those were a little bit over-anxious type of penalties, either early on with the motion or maybe a little bit too much action after you've tackled someone or something like that. But as a coach, you actually like a lot of that. You like to see the passion. You like to see these kids play really hard. You don't want the penalties, but you want them to play the way they can.
Yeah, while we get ready to begin this second half, let me thank the SKTV crew. Director tonight is Matthew Esteron. The crew, Chris Stevens, Mike Brothers, Joe Esteron, Trevor Morgan, Ellen Gordon, Keisha Jones, Alex Pummel, and the TD Master Control Engineer, Matthew Swagger, and the instructor for the South Kitsap TV program, Mr. Mike Downham. And Mike reminded me it was 15 years ago that he came here to start this program, and we were working with him in the early days, West Sound TV, and what a great program they have developed here. National award-winning television from the South Kitsap television production crew.
Well, and these kids have been doing this during the summer and on their off time, and they are loving it. Mr. Downham makes it fun. He tells them it's not a party, and they can party during the pizza, but after that, there is concentration in doing it right. I really enjoyed listening to it. He, too, has a pregame pep talk, and I learned some things from it that I hope to pass on to some of our volunteers as we continue with this game of the week absolutely every week up until November when we have a TBD.
That's right. We will be, West Sound TV will be working with the Kitsap Sun to bring you a live game of the week on the internet. Some of them will be rerun on BKAT television. And, of course, South Kitsap TV, they'll have a game for you each week on Channel 205. Well, the Chargers kicking off to South Kitsap to start out this second half, and they're down by 10. Ball squibs along the ground, but picked up by South Kitsap. A nice run right up through the middle. Good hustle on that one. And I believe getting up on the bottom there, is that number 13?
That's who I saw with that. That would be Bradley Mason, if that's the correct one who had the ball.
But a nice run back for South Kitsap. They'll begin at their own 36-yard line. First down with a 10-0 lead over the Kentridge Chargers. Of course, South in the maroon and white, the home colors, and Kentridge in the white and green.
Here on a lovely, almost autumn evening, a little nip in the air.
Oh, Watley keeping it, finally passes it out. Nice job, and the reception that time, I believe that's Bryce Brook.
It is getting darker, and I agree with that entirely, but great play. Nice patience by Watley. He let the men come to him and then got rid of it to a pretty open Bryce Broom.
And you know, there were a few times there in that first half that patience was a great compliment to Kevin Watley. He is a smart-looking quarterback.
Well, we talked about him having done some backup last year, and you can see that experience in how he's playing.
And after the running back, and a broken tackle. It looks like South Kitsap going deep into Charger territory thanks to Adam Gasquin.
And we can tell you who brought him down. Number 5 is Kevin Hall. We've gotten that confirmed by our PA man who had it confirmed by his mother.
And the other number we didn't have was South Kitsap 79, who is Forrest Bingham. So we'll see how many more numbers we don't have here in this second
as
half.
the night goes on.
Anyway, a beautiful night for football, and South Kitsap playing some solid football in game number 1, week number 1 of the 2012 high school football season. Kevin Watley, a quarterback, 2 backs behind him in the eye. He fakes a handoff to his halfback. It's a keeper, quarterback keeper. He's heading towards the pylon, and he's in for a quick 6. Good start for the South Kitsap Wolves.
Incredible job by our student cameramen. They were not faked by that handoff, and they stayed with the ball the entire way, showing us that wonderful touchdown.
And nice job by
And one more
Watley.
cannon.
He was right there, just had that orange goal line marker right in his sights and just got inside across the goal line. So another 6 points on the board for the South Kitsap Wolves, and they'll try to make it 7 here with a point after. R.J. Poland, the kicker. And that one is blocked. Not going to get through that, so only 6, but that does give South Kitsap a 16-0 lead over the Kentridge Chargers, and there's nothing like taking that kickoff to start the second half and putting points on the board.
And we saw both running. We saw a couple good passes, and then as you saw, it was the quarterback just having a nose for the pylon to make the final touchdown.
The QB keeper by Kevin Watley.
Eric Canton having a great debut so far. Certainly he knows it's not over as we're at the 11:26 mark here in the third quarter. Lots of time left.
Yeah, still a long ways to go in this game, and of course a long ways to go in the season, but there's nothing like playing a good spirited ball game to start out the season with.
And nothing like starting on an evening like today. I think it reached around 70 today, and that it's been just the perfect amount of cool for those players on the field, not too hot. Felt a little breeze, but when I was looking at one of the flags, I saw no movement, so it has been a great night. And
it's a blue moon tonight.
That is
August
correct.
31, the second full moon in the month of August. Well, South Kitsap will kick off, and again, it's RJ.
Good distance on this one.
Down to the 10-yard line where Kentridge will grab it. Now they've got a little bit of running room. They found the hole and finally brought down there. One of the guys in on that was Logan Knowles.
Derek Bell, the ball carrier, he got quite a bit of action in the first half, he and Jimmy Davis.
And he found a nice little hole and went through it.
Oh, you love it when your wedge does that for you.
Yeah. So Kentridge will start out on their own 35-yard line.
So we've given credit to all the people who make this happen. They just showed a nice shot of one of the ball boys. There are all those other people, the linesmen, the ones holding the chain, the ones selling concessions, the ones, it's amazing what it takes to put together a high school football game.
Oh boy, that time it was, I don't know if it was intended that way, but a little bit of a problem with the handoff for Sam Smith to Jimmy Davis, and South Kitsap didn't take any time to get in there and drop them for a loss of about a yard or two on that.
I sometimes wonder if running backs practice bouncing the ball and catching it, because that's exactly what he did with that one.
Second down and 11 now. And this time it's the keeper by Sam Smith. He'll go around that far side to pick up about 4 yards on that.
I think that's the first time we've seen that particular play from the Chargers.
And maybe that's what that last play was supposed to be.
That could cause some of those problems that we saw, definitely.
So that'll bring up third down for Kentridge. Third down at about 7.5.
So Doc, I have some of the stuff from the press guide for Kentridge, and the way they describe this offense is a multiple gun. Let me find that again. No huddle, and that is exactly what it has been.
They've been doing the no huddle. Yeah, multiple gun. Guess that means shotgun, rifle, 22.
Yeah, there are some different
30-06.
We have a howitzer occurring next. Yes.
Well, we do have the cannon. So
we
South
do.
Kitsap's just got one gun.
And only South Kitsap's heard that cannon. That's for sure tonight.
Fourth down for Kentridge, so they'll have to punt away. And that one heading towards the out-of-bounds line, and it will go out with no return from South Kitsap, and SK will start on their own 35-yard line.
Let's give some credit to number 9, Logan Knowles, who was coming in upon the punter, realized that he wasn't going to get to him, stopped and did not get that interference with the punter.
Yeah, it looks like they'll place it actually at about the 33.
Probably a good decision by the guys back on South. They couldn't have made that catch.
Well, and as we saw in that last one, they could move the ball in that last series of plays. They can move the ball down across that green. First down for South, and they're going to say the ball is on the 32.
Only 10 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Watley with the handoff to his sole back, who is going to pick up maybe a half yard on that.
Wolf kind of slow getting up there. Number 53, I believe, Shaw Hesse.
One of the offensive linemen.
So, Doc, I have my long-distance glasses and my reading glasses, and I'm not really sure. I guess it's time for bifocals, huh?
Watley will go to the air, and Newquist couldn't quite hang on to it, but pretty nice pass there.
Newquist was the receiver of choice right there at the end of the first half and made some nice catches.
Well, not only did he make some nice catches, he did a good job of getting out of bounds to stop that clock and keep giving him some playing time.
He did. They might not have gotten anything out of that particular drive, but certainly something that you can go to in the future.
Third down for South Kitsap. We'll call it 3rd and 10. And again, the I formation, 2 men behind Watley. Quick pass out to this near side. A little bit of running room that time for Tom Simpson, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. Good job that time by the Charger defense.
Now, Simpson has placed it a little bit ahead of where he I like his attitude, but you are correct, Doc.
I think you're going to be about a yard and a half, 2 yards short. Bringing up 4th down, and now we will see if South Kitsap will punt it away or if they'll go for that yard and a half or 2. And it looks like they are going to go for it.
Ooh, we'll see what their power game has in it, or if they're just going to see if they can pull the Chargers offside.
4th down, about a yard and a half to go for the first. And off to the running back, and it's a first down for South Kitsap. Nice job by Bryce Broom carrying the package.
You know, this is a non-league game for both of these teams, and what a great opportunity to experiment with a play like that. It was not your typical I they had that time. They had 3 running backs in something of a V formation to the side.
So South Kitsap coming through on 4th down with a first down run. And we've got the referee again calling for time.
And it's also the first game for these referees, so they are making sure that they're doing everything right.
And I think they're waiting for a
some
strap
sort of
or
equipment
something like that on the Chargers player. Number 50, Riley Polson, I think, got his helmet a little bit askew.
How could that happen?
We're back, and South Kitsap with a first down on their own 45-yard line. Oh, nice handoff. Look at that run. Good job into Charger territory for the South Kitsap Wolves. And that would be Adam Gascoigne.
He, too, having many yards this first half. They've been able to share the load a lot with the South Kitsap team.
Yeah, and that's always a good sign.
It is.
When you've got more than one runner that you can count on. Plus, they've had at least 2 or 3 receivers out there for Watley who have done a nice job.
Well, Stoner and Simpson and Newquist I can name right off.
Yep. And it's a handoff again to the halfback, and this time they slow him up and stop him with a yard or 2. Getting up off the bottom of that pile for the Chargers is number 25, Brandon Gregory, and 84 out there is Dimitri Inyoi. Second down and about 9 left to go for that first. Ball is in Charger territory, though, down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, it looks like another quick time out.
And apparently, now the timeout was apparently on the clock.
They were getting it corrected. You are correct.
So no charge timeout to either team. Second down now at 9 for the Wolves. Again, that fast pass, and once again, Tom Simpson, not only does he make the reception, but he gets some nice yardage afterwards down to the 21-yard line.
Bulldozed out of bounds by Travis McGuire, but as you said, way, way deep in this Charger territory.
Able to make some good positive yardage after the reception. That's another very good sign for this South Kitsap team.
And it is the bulldozer, unfortunately, who is down. We have a South Kitsap trainer over there checking him out, and they have they did bring over the Kentridge trainer as well.
And it looks like it may be a cramp.
You know, when it's actually this warm, and it isn't really hot, but that is what you're going to encounter in those early games.
Yep. Luckily, not a ton of humidity out here tonight.
But you got to hydrate and that salt intake.
First down for South Kitsap. Ball is on the Charger 21-yard line, and they are waiting here, even though the player is off the field of play. I think they're going to wait.
He's not on his own sideline. I think this is a good move to stop and see if they can possibly get him over to his own sideline before they restart.
Well, it's great to be down here in Port Orchard at Joe Knowles Field, the home of the South Kitsap Wolves. And I know you folks will want to come on out this season and watch some football here. It's really a nice place for high school football. It's a classic field. It's right on the other side of the school. There's a good shot of
there you are.
Kentridge Charger player there being worked on, and it does look like what they would do for a cramp. You know, certainly they wouldn't be moving his leg like that for a knee or an ankle.
Nice assistance from the South Kitsap training staff to come over and help out. You like to see that sportsmanship between the two teams.
And again, as you said, this is not a league contest for either team, but both of them are fairly large schools. I believe both 4A schools.
They are. Kentridge is from the 4A SPSL North, so they're playing in that particular league. And, of course, the South Kitsap team in the Narrows League. And as you said, Doc, that is a very, very tough league.
Yeah, one of the games that is going to be streamed live that the South Kitsap TV production crew is going to do coming up a little later in the month, I believe it's September 28th, and the Sun will be streaming that game live, and that's going to be against the Olympia Bears. And the Olympia Bears for the last few years have been one of the leaders in this Narrows League 4A size schools.
And you are correct, Doc. As far as our West Sound and Kitsap Sun game of the week, next week you're going to get Bainbridge at Kingston.
That's another great
that's
rivalry.
A cozy little stadium that we're going to be at there, but it is a great rivalry. We followed Kingston to Bainbridge last year for a game of the week, so we're going to do the reciprocal this year. And the particular game plan that we came up with, it was a combination of Doc, myself, Chuck Stark at the Sun, and what games were at home that week. It's more of a manipulation than you would ever guess. And we came up with Plan F.
And we are Plan Football, of course.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we are hoping, keeping our fingers crossed, knock on this wooden desk, that next week's Kingston game will be under the same beautiful conditions that this game is, since there is
It
no
has been
booth.
confirmed by my husband, who is a weather watcher, that we will be fine.
Good.
So if we aren't, he's holding the umbrella. It's a deal.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Yeah. One more thank you to Spencer Anderson, who is in the booth right now and making sure that this is getting live streamed, working out all the details as far as being on the internet, making sure that the computer's running properly, trying to have it at a good bits and bytes and as much as it can handle on that particular internet connection.
And you know, next week, this South Kitsap TV crew is going to be broadcasting a great local rivalry as the Gig Harbor Tides come to Port Orchard. And that was one of the big games last year with South Kitsap Gig, and I think it's going to be another big one this year.
And this is a really nice sign. Travis McGuire is up on his feet and able to walk. He's got a trainer and a coach helping him over, and if it is just a cramp, that's something that you can work through, but doesn't make it any less painful.
Well, I think we're about ready to get underway here. We've got 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and a 16-0 lead by the South Kitsap Wolves. A good opener so far for new South Kitsap coach Eric Canton. All right, here we go. First down for South Kitsap. Ball on the Charger 21-yard line. Pitch back goes to Kalima Li'i, and he'll pick up about 6 on that run.
Li'i Kalima, the ball carrier, stripped up at the
Nice run by the junior Li'i.
17-yard line. Number 5.
Yeah, is he the one that wanted to be called Little?
Well, I thought it said little.
Oh.
And what we realized was that it was L-I-I, which is Li'i, and his last name is Kalima.
Okay.
So sometimes, as I discussed with my classes problem, Doc.
Okay, second down coming up for South Kitsap. They've got about 6 yards to go for a first. And again, Watley with the handoff. And again, it's Kalima. And he heads down deep into Charger territory, taking it down to about looks like they'll place it on the 3-yard line.
Devin Newquist, one of the outside receivers, held, and I'm not holding, but he held his block for such a long time to make that happen.
So it'll be a first and goal to go for South Kitsap. Ball on the Charger 3-yard line.
What I've liked about what South Kitsap has done tonight is how they have mixed it up. And it's not just between the running game and the passing game, but we found that they have a power running game when they needed it. They will pitch, they will fake it, do some fakes. They've done just a really nice job.
Man, they've got that
Meet the power running game.
That's right, that power backfield, and those 2 backs in front of Bryce Broom lead the way as he goes into the end zone for another TD for the South Kitsap Wolves.
And I must admit, I still jump absolutely every time that thing goes off.
Yeah, that's right. You think you're in Tampa Bay or something. Home of the Buccaneers.
Or at Kingston, maybe. They're the ones who might need this. They might want to borrow it for next week.
That's right,
Game
Kingston
of
Buccaneers.
the
I
week.
don't think they have a cannon, do they? I don't remember.
There's not enough room at that field to put a cannon that I know of.
All right, PAT coming up for South Kitsap, and this one right through the middle, and plenty of height on it to score the point after, and it's now a 23-0 lead for South Kitsap at the 6:16 mark in the third quarter.
That is the first time I've ever seen the scoreboard subtract 1 for making your pat. But they did quickly correct it. They too are on their first game. Really good showing so far by this South Kitsap team. As much as you'd like to see the 23 points, the fact that you see 0 points on the other side is probably what Coach Canton is happiest about.
And as you said, it's nice to be able to have the opportunity to try different plays and different players doing them. But what I really have liked so far about South Kitsap is they've just played solid.
Yes.
I mean, it's just been solid, good play.
And just consistent in that if you get 3 yards on this one, maybe we'll get 4 on the next one. We're not going to worry that it's 3rd and 6. We're going to call the play that we know that can get us those 6-7 yards. And obviously these guys, I know that there's a certain amount of time that they are actually allowed to practice, but there's got to be some study being done on the playbooks and really knowing what comes up next.
And South Kitsap with the kickoff. Nice deep kickoff, and that one will go into and out of the end zone. So the Chargers will start at their own 20-yard line.
Remember the first kick that went out of bounds, what a change, just even in the confidence of the kicker right now.
I remember one of my favorite all-time state games was when Larry Rowe, Roger Fossum, and I were doing high school sports back in the early days in the 90s. And we were able to follow Coach Fisher and this South Kitsap team to the Kingdom for the King Bowl. And on that one, they won that one behind QB Willie Bloomquist.
Well, I, many, many years ago, began a slight sports writing career with the Sun in their neighbors section and got to interview Coach Fisher's son as one of my, and Benji Olson was the other one. So that was pretty cool. And I have now revisited that career, and I'm writing for the sports paper again.
Well, Davis broke a tackle deep in his own backfield and turned it into a real positive there, getting out into first down territory, but there is a yellow flag at the 25-yard line, and again, that's kind of in that position where it very well could be holding.
Well, that's the most excitement I've heard from the radio booth beside us. They're not right directly beside us. We got a wall, which is probably a good thing for both of us.
And it is holding. That's the indication against the Chargers. Just too bad. Davis did a nice job there. He was ready to be dropped deep in the backfield there and turned it into positive yardage. And again, though, that's one of those things that you probably should be used to plan on seeing, especially in the first game or two of the season.
A hold or two, but they have had spots of great brightness on this Kentridge team where they have found holes and gotten some yardage. They've gotten very close to a touchdown a couple times and just not able to get quite across that little white chalk line.
So that'll move the ball back to the 15-yard line for Kentridge, and it'll be first down and 15 to go. Got to get up to that 30.
Still 6 minutes here in the third quarter.
Sam Smith, only a junior, so he's got another year. Oh, that one almost picked off. And there's another hanky in the backfield, but that one, again, almost went to South Kitsap, and that was R.J. Pullen.
I think we had some extracurriculars afterwards, possibly in the back or secondary.
Yeah, we'll have to see who that's going to be called on.
Logan Knowles on the coverage on that play.
Personal. Oh, against South.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Continuing the play after it was done.
So the South Kitsap defense will have to move back. And should be an automatic first, I believe, for the personal. 15 yards and give them a first anyway.
It would.
As they place the ball on the 30. So first down for Kentridge, and the ball out to their 30-yard line. That's the second time we've seen that, a penalty.
Change the complexion, yes,
give
definitely.
the Chargers a first down. Yeah, we've got a timeout on the field.
Coach Canton meeting his players out on the field and having a conversation. And I don't think it will take a whole lot of imagination to guess what he's saying in that particular huddle. Good picture of that right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that, going out and saying there's no need for that kind of extracurricular activity out there, especially when you got a 23-0 lead. So, very nice job there by Coach.
Another thing that he's doing with this non-league game, you know, coaching the whole time. He is using them all as teaching moments.
So the Chargers, recipients of a first down on penalties, will have the ball on their own 30-yard line. Or junior quarterback Sam Smith back in the shotgun. And it's a keeper. And it's not going to go too far.
And they kept him there. Marcus Burns, number 80, putting him down.
Yeah, pretty good job that. That was a little slow in developing.
It was, and I don't think it fooled anyone.
No. And it's kind of, you know, usually the keeper, the quarterbacks, unless it's a short yardage situation, would prefer to take that keeper around the outside instead of have to punch through the middle.
Yeah, he was going right through the middle, wasn't he?
It sure was.
That's a scary spot.
And a completed pass for the Chargers, and it's going to be a first down for Kentridge. Nice job that time, Sebastian Bertulli with the reception out there at the 44-yard line.
Newquist finally bringing him down. There were several Wolves who were very tentative about what they were going to do, and Newquist came from behind and said, never mind.
And here's that no huddle. First down, Chargers ready to go.
Danny Allen hustling out to the right side.
Yeah, there again, it's a keeper, but Davis slowed up his quarterback, and I don't know if there was a bit of a confusion on that or if it was supposed to look that way. It will be a pickup of about 4 yards on that. Second down now. Chargers move the ball out to the 36-yard line.
So, Doc, we are getting texts from Spencer Anderson, who's in the control booth. So we have such great technology. He's telling us that the last time SK was shut out a team was in 08 when they beat CK 10-0.
And Jimmy Davis with a nice run around the outside. He'll pick up a first down on that one.
That point may be moot if they don't stop this drive, but it's kind of cool how we use many technologies.
We'll have to give Spencer credit for stats.
There you are. He is now our statistician
stats man.
with a little help from Mr. Swagger in the control booth. He threw that little nugget to him.
All righty, first down for the Chargers, and this is the best offensive series they have had so far in tonight's game. This handoff.
No handoff.
Oh,
he's still going. It's working this time.
And he's going to go in for the score. So much for that shutout.
Luckily, we gave that stat before that happened.
And that time, that I guess it's a fake handoff.
Yes.
Worked because it didn't look like they really meant to hand it off, and this time Jimmy had cleared the quarterback enough that he could actually get some momentum going.
Well, we were busy discussing how that keeper hadn't been very successful, but by continuing to do it and working on it, they obviously finally made it work quite nicely.
Yep, you got to work on the timing. That's a big timing one. You got to sell it, and they sold it to me, actually, on the first moment or two. I'm glad you...
Well, we had good camera people, too, who stayed with it.
So the Kentridge Chargers put 6 up on the board and will go for the PAT, and it looks like they're going for 2. Sam is in the backfield, and now the line moves all around, and everybody comes in tight.
And we have multiple guns out there, is all I know.
Multiple. Straight drop back for the quarterback, going to the end zone, down in the deep corner, just off the hands of the intended receiver on that one.
So incomplete and no extra point.
And that was intended for Kevin Hall.
Now that we know his name, we should say it many times.
23-6. So Kentridge puts some points on the board here at the 4:14 mark in the third period. And a good effort by Kentridge to move the ball from their end of the field. But again, helped out by that personal.
That was not good. That is correct. Those are the things you work through. I think Coach Canton made the right move to go out and talk to him. But they will learn that those sort of mistakes can really cost you big time.
We got a ton of South Kitsap cheerleaders out there tonight. A whole raft of them.
Almost as many as there are Kentridge coaches. So it may be a cheerleader per football player. I'm not sure how they do that.
I've got 13 on my list. And
Just
of
a
course,
minimum.
That doesn't count the trainers or
the
anything
volunteers
like that.
or yeah.
So Kentridge put 6 on the board with a pretty nice effort there, driving down the field. And they will kick off to South Kitsap, 2 men deep for the Wolves. This one's low and goes to the up men. Number 51, just be part of the good hands team. Michael Beard grabbing that one and bringing it back for some decent yardage.
Typically, we're talking about Michael on the defense and some of the things he's been doing, but you're right, Doc. That's exactly who they put out there for their kickoff return, are the good hands boys.
So South Kitsap will start out in their own territory at the 44-yard line with 4 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3.
Now we have to see how South responds to a score. Not necessarily a bad thing that that's happened. Good opportunity to see what they do.
Pitch back.
Ooh.
And it's Lee carrying the ball.
That was Kyle Carpenter out there, I thought, doing quarterback. You'll have to see the number for me.
Austin Berry is the tackler for the Chargers.
Okay, I have
it looks like Canton Cooper Canton.
Oh. Oh, you found him. Okay.
I believe it's number 15.
Oh, 15. Okay.
And Cooper is the coach's son, a sophomore. Oh, nice handoff. Quick break up through the middle. And, you know, the offensive line, we don't get their names in anywhere near
Not
as
enough.
much,
No,
but they have
no.
been doing a very nice job for South Kitsap tonight, opening up those holes. South Kitsap hasn't stayed with that consistently, but when they have needed those yards, a lot of the time it's been up right through that tackle guard.
It
on
has.
the offensive
And
line.
They've got a consistent 3 to 4 yards on that most of the time.
Well, we got number 9 now. That is Logan, QB in. Hand off again, and first down, South Kitsap.
So this is just going to be.
No, we're now switching quarterbacks,
Yeah,
Kitty.
well, we have seen where the receiver brings in a play, but this seems to be one of those where it's going to be the quarterback coming in with the next play.
Canton's back in. Logan is a junior. Canton, sophomore. First down, South Kitsap, and they're in Charger territory at the 44-yard line.
So now Spencer's sending me stats that won't be overrun by what happened. He's let me know that South Kitsap played Kentridge for the first time in 1991 in the playoffs, and Kentridge won 17-14 in overtime.
Ooh, tight ball game. And there again, a little extracurricular activity. 2 flags out.
Number 3, Sebastian Bertulli, seems pretty happy about it for Kentridge.
Yeah. Personal foul against South Kitsap. That's number 3.
Oh, and against
so
offsetting penalties.
That one at least, South Kitsap got the offset. Won't lose the yardage because a foul also called against Kentridge.
And that may have actually kind of come from the celebration that Bertulli had when he saw the original flag go down, but I can't say that for sure.
First down for South Kitsap, and the ball on the 40-yard line of the Kentridge Chargers. And it looks like Knowles out there.
They might try to run that play, but they have too many referees on the line.
South Kitsap has 3 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side, and 1 back, a running back.
Working on some sportsmanship there.
And a man in the white hat says roll the clock. 2:36 left to go in this quarter. Oh, handoff. There we go. That's a first down, I believe, for Adam Gascoigne. Now, we may be changing quarterbacks, but those running backs are still in there.
They are, exactly. So this is a good practice for them because there are different styles of handing off and getting used to different quarterbacks. You think it's just on the throw on a pass that someone has to get used to the quarterback, but that's not true.
And it's back to number 15, Cooper. CC. Cooper Canton.
He's 5'10", just a sophomore, 167 pounds. May have had a little extra coaching, I'm not sure.
And that time the Chargers are going to stop South Kitsap with about a 4-yard loss on that one. Well, I think I read that his dad coached him at Sedgwick in not only football, but he also has coached him over the years in basketball and baseball.
Once a coach, always a coach.
Hey, you know, Cooper said he liked it. He liked working for his dad. And we remember John Sitten and John Sitten Jr. And, of course, Coach Callahan.
Correct. His son's out there now.
All right, it's second down and about 13. Pass complete down to the 30-yard line, and still on his feet is Ryan Camp, taking it down to the 25.
That was not really a telegraph pass, but it pretty obvious where it was going, but with a lot of zip on it, got right to his receiver. Receiver did a great job after he was wrapped up of still getting a couple more yards.
Under a minute to go here in this third period now, and it's third down for South Kitsap. Canton back in as QB.
I'm glad somebody's paying attention, Doc.
I like the rotating quarterbacks.
I do too, actually. I don't have a problem with that.
And it's a handoff to the halfback, or running back, as they say now. Used to be halfback, but I think they all are running backs. A man in front generally is the fullback.
I'm not sure they use fullback anymore.
They don't
they're
much
just
anymore.
all running
running backs. Yeah.
It had something to do with the term full, really actually, usually meaning the bigger back.
Yeah. And the one I always wondered about was quarter. Where did the quarterback come from? That terminology. I could see the fullback because he's the big guy leading the way for the guy behind him, who, if he's full, the guy behind would be half.
Well, then the other guy's only a quarter. I have no idea.
I don't know either. But it is the end of the third period here at South Kitsap, and Kentridge put 6 on the board. South Kitsap didn't score, but they still lead 23-6 going into the final 12 minutes here in game number 1 of the 2012 high school football season.
Well, the Kentridge Chargers did finally break it across that end line and score 6 in this, but the South Kitsap guys had 13 of their own, so they extended their 10-0 halftime lead to 23-6.
And we probably will see even more new players coming in and out for South Kitsap in this fourth period. We'll see. But Coach Canton, again, an opportunity to get players some playing time and real game experience and see who he has able to do what.
I'm loving that he's doing that. There quite often a coach is so concerned about, okay, my starters have got to be able to do this, my starters. Well, when they get hurt, or even when the next year comes up, who's got some playing time? Where is your experience? It's in a game like tonight.
It looks like...
Guess a quarterback. Which one is it, Doc? Number 9.
I think it's Logan out there. As we get ready to begin the final quarter here at South Kitsap High School. And South Kitsap with a first down. Logan Knowles, junior quarterback. And Gascoigne ended up with it, I believe.
That's Adam Gascoigne, the ball carrier.
Definitely, and that was 57 for the Kentridge guys bringing him down. That's Braden Beckman.
Braden, only a sophomore. 6'1", 270. No, that's not great. 200.
He has great mobility if that was 270, but
Yeah. Second down, they got about a yard on that one, so second down for South at 9 for the first. They can get a first down without putting it in the end zone. This time it's a pitch out, and turn upfield by Lee, and did a nice job there to get some yardage out of it. Actually, it's Gascoigne again.
really nice camera work watching some of the blocking by that offensive line.
And they are giving Gascoigne some working out tonight. He's going to put on 100+ yards the way he's going.
5'10" senior. And you're right, Doc, it is a first down.
And the ball's on the 11-yard line, so they can still get another first down without going into the end zone.
Which means the chain gang is still working down there.
And Logan Knowles at quarterback. And off to
Wow, look at that
Gascoigne and into the end zone for number 25, Adam Gascoigne, and that was a wide hole. I'd like to see a replay on that one so we can give you the number of that tackle and guard combo.
Oh.
Blew that hole.
The block, exactly.
Yeah,
there was
very
that
nice.
was
was wide open, and Adam
huge
found
hole.
it. So another 6 on the board for the Wolves, and they will attempt the PAT here. Poland, designated kicker.
and quarterback Logan Knowles out there as a holder.
It's always good to have a quarterback holder.
Yes.
And that one's through.
Confirmed.
Not only for the fact that if the play breaks down, he might be able to do something with it, but as you just saw there, he's got pretty good hands. He knows how to handle the ball. The snap was a little high. Grabbed it, got it down where RJ needed it.
And
Put the point
that's
on the
kind
board.
of unique to see with this team because they're doing under center. They haven't been doing any of the shotgun and that longer hike to him. So he's obviously got a little bit of practice with that, and it looked really nice.
South Kitsap Band here tonight to open things up. They always do a great job.
Well, all of these different groups compete. As you said, the South Kitsap Video Production having won national awards with what they've done over the 15 years that they've been a group.
South Kitsap Band
Yep.
at the Rose Parade
They
in
were.
Pasadena.
I knew some of the band parents during that time, and that was quite the year of raising funds.
I bet. It was great to see him. I actually watched that one live. The
Oh,
Rose
okay.
Parade, and it was really neat to see him come up and hear the announcers.
There's a little bit of
talk
pride
about him.
as you
There
watch
sure
that,
is.
isn't
It was
there?
great, yeah.
And that's one of the things I really like about high school football is the way it brings a community together. It doesn't matter whether you have a kid that you actually know out there. You come out, you pick up on the electricity, the people, and you just can't beat high school football.
10:36, and the Wolves put another 7 on the board to lead 36 over the Kentridge Chargers. Nice kick down deep by RJ, but
Uh-oh.
a good run back coming by Jimmy Davis. We know Jimmy's a good runner. Makes
Jimmy's
a few
broken
tackles, and he has broken it. And I don't think any South Kitsap defender's going to reach him. And he made sure with the dive into the end zone.
That's Jimmy Davis on the return.
I don't see any flags.
I don't either, and that
So-
was some awesome camera work watching
That
this.
sure
I don't
was.
know if we'd had that replay, we'd be counting missed tackles.
And
because
that was about a 90-yard return.
Yes.
He picked it up right down there around the 10-yard line. So Jimmy Davis put some more points on the board for the Chargers in less than, 10 seconds? 15?
I have 18 because the
18,
other one was
18.
at 10:36 and this is at 10:18.
Okay.
That changes a game pretty quickly.
Yeah, it does. And you're correct. There were a number of missed tackles on that one on the way down there, but Jimmy just outran everybody once he got free. And again, Kentridge going for the 2. And going down with the arms of number 53, Shah Hessa. The quarterback, Sam Smith, managed to get the ball off, but ended up in the dirt. So the second two-point attempt on a point after did not work out for Kentridge. But they've got 12 on the board, 30-12 now in favor of South Kitsap with a little over 10 minutes left to go in the game. It's a long ways for Kentridge to come back, but it could be done.
Well, Coach Marty Osborne's going to like a couple things he's seen here in this half where his boys have not given up. They had the one score on a longer drive, and then anytime you can score in 18 seconds, you're going to like that, and that's the explosiveness that can happen in high school football.
Well, I was going to say, I think you like the looks of Jimmy Davis, for one, and Sam Smith has done a pretty decent job out there for the Chargers in the QB position.
You know, he's known he's like Jimmy Davis for a while. He was a starting DB and a one-year running back, second team All-SPSL running back last year, and then also very good on the defensive end with 26.5 tackles and 20 of those solo.
Wow.
He ran for 776 yards last year, and since I know they don't actually keep the kickback return as part of that, as your total yards on that, it's a different sort of stat. He's going to have some good numbers this year.
Yes, he is. And Kentridge will kick away. And again, kind of a low kick. Bryce Broom picks it up at his 10-yard line. He's out to the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 32.
Number 83, Austin Berry, bringing him down. Austin's a senior for these Chargers.
So South Kitsap will take over again on offense here.
It's first down, Wolves.
We'll see if we go with the rotating quarterbacks once again. Oh, I see they've rotated back to Watley.
Well, Kevin back in the game. Number 7 out there. Only an 18-point lead now.
You do have to manage your game. You still want that win.
And South Kitsap's going to call a timeout. That's their second, so they should only have one left. But apparently they weren't on the same page, or coach wanted them or to call a timeout. It was actually called there by Ilya Tsetskov.
He must have seen something that coach wouldn't have liked to have happened. So.
Yep. Well, we're Doc Parr and Kitty Campagna from West Sound TV. We're a local nonprofit organization whose mission is to produce, promote, and help to develop local community television in our community. And it's really great to be working with the South Kitsap television production team on this opening game of the 2012 high school football season. Doing a great job tonight.
Doc, don't you think we've met our future West Sound volunteers if they stay in the area? Or so I hope, because there's some skills among these young people.
Definitely good work by SKTV Channel 205 on Wave Broadband. And we got to thank Wave, too. They were the winners, as we know this year, of CableFax's best independent cable company in the nation.
And they continue to bring us community events.
And that first handoff will net about 4 yards for the South Kitsap Wolves. That was
Li'i Kalima.
Li'i?
He looks a little puzzled a bit, or just kind of like he might have been hit kind of hard at the bottom of the pile.
Second down and a little over 6 for the Wolves to get a first down.
Thinking there's 5 seconds left on the...
Getting close. Watley with the handoff, and it'll be a yard or two pickup.
Doc, I wanted to call it a shot clock. I'm still in basketball.
Play clock.
Play clock, thank you.
And
Yes.
again, it was Kalima Lee carrying the ball.
But we've been taught a couple good tricks that looking at our different referees out there, the one who's keeping track of that play clock actually puts his hand up so the quarterback can see it, that there's 5 seconds left on that clock. They have a 25 seconds to get off their play.
Yeah, Watley with the keeper this time, rolling out to the far side and gonna pick up the first down for South Kitsap.
And he meets up with Brandon Gregory, who we've called his name a lot. But that's a great job by Watley. He didn't have the receiver he needed. He did have the block he needed, and he went ahead and got his first down.
Took advantage of it, and the chains will move. South Kitsap move out to their own 46-yard line.
Besides, we know there are 2 other quarterbacks who are happy to come into this game if necessary.
And with 8 minutes and 36 seconds left to go, obviously keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving.
Going out of bounds is not always the plan on that, but sometimes you can't blame them when they're running away from these big guys.
Nice pitch to Gascoigne, and once again he picks up some good yardage. It's going to be about 2 yards short. Well, maybe. Let's see where they're going to place that one. They're going to put it on, looks like about the...
Oh, it's a first down.
It is a first down. He picks up another one.
I really like that we have the chain gang across from us so we can see what's happening on that. Oh, I think we have a Kentridge timeout this time.
Yep, that's what it is. 8:22 left to go in the ball game, and a 30-12 lead for the South Kitsap Wolves, and first-year head coach Eric Canton out there.
Eric's having a wonderful debut. There may be some things that he's going to see in this game that he'll want his boys to work on, but if they came in with nerves, other than possibly the kickoff that went out of bounds, I've not seen a whole lot of it.
Well, next week, South Kitsap TV will have the South Kitsap Gig Harbor matchup for you folks on Wave Broadband, Channel 205, Digital TV. And next week on the KitsapSun.com/football live streaming game of the week, we will be up in Kingston as the Bainbridge Island Spartans come to Kingston to renew a good North End rivalry.
And that should be an interesting matchup because both of them have lost a lot of players that were seniors. So we're going to see what a brand new coach at Kingston, or a temporary coach, Mr. Harder right now.
And pitch back from Watley to Gascoigne. Going to that far side, broken tackle there, or missed tackle, and Gascoigne looks like he'll pick up another first down. Yeah, Bainbridge, of course, losing Chris Bell as a senior, and does the name Sam Byers
I think it rings a bell in several sports if we're going to go that way.
Including that great run at state in basketball, 3rd place in the state of Washington. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I think that'll be kind of a fun game, actually.
Kingston will also miss Danny Novick as their coach and athletic director. He's now working as an administrator. I'm thinking it's Ridgetop Junior High that he's at. So making a change in his life, but I'm sure they'll pull it together and have everything going by next week and probably by tonight since they had a game.
And I believe the VP up there is the athletic director now.
I couldn't find it on their site, I'll tell you that.
Hand off to Gascoigne. He bounces off a tackle and takes it down to about the, looks like they're going to get down to about the 16-yard line.
So will this then be named the Gascoigne drive? Because he has been very influential in this entire drive.
Every once in a while, Kevin will
do
a keeper.
Here.
And Lee, who we see right there, he also picked up some yardage. He's back in the game now.
You love it, though, when you have a running back who's willing to take the ball every time. It's good to have the variety, but if there's somebody who's working, you just keep working him.
Kyle Carpenter split out to that far side for South. And the whistle blows. And again, we'll see it's probably motion.
Now South has, every one of their quarterbacks has gone up and they do 2 hand claps, which I think is something of a timing device, and it must have not quite worked well enough on that particular one.
Well, and again, one of the linebackers from the Chargers showed a blitz.
Ah,
and
okay.
he came forward probably just enough to pull a lineman up.
Yeah, there are times that you do move a little quicker when you think they're coming right at you.
7:27 left to go in the ball game, and the clock is ticking.
Nice view of some of the defensive linemen there for the Kentridge Chargers. They've been on that field a long time tonight, Doc. If we check time of possession, I am sure South Kitsap would be something like double over Kentridge.
Yeah, Watley with the handoff to Lee. He goes around that far side, and we'll pick up a few yards on that.
Kalima doing a nice job of bouncing that to the outside.
Near the 13-yard line. He stopped there by Kevin Hall.
Kevin Hall in on that. Number 5,
Yeah,
Kevin Hall.
let's talk about
Since
it.
we
Yeah,
now have
yeah.
his number and name.
Well, when you have first and 15 to pick up 7 on that is huge. It's very manageable now.
Second down and about 8. Inside the red zone.
So do we immediately, will ESPN be picking us up now once we're in the red zone? Number 21.
Quick handoff, and that's going to pick up some nice
Yes.
yardage and some points on the board for number 21, Ilya Svetkov. Svetkov.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ilya. Sorry about the mispronunciation, but a great job on that run.
But he gets the cannon working, so I don't think he's going to care how you said his name.
And that was a very nice run, too. And once again, great camera work there to follow that runner right into the end zone.
And what you pointed out, Doc, was the quick handoff. And that was the difference, that he just was able to accelerate immediately and get past the defense.
So at the 6:07 mark, South Kitsap puts another 6, lines up for the PAT here. Yeah, the South Kitsap fans are helping the kicker. And that one's good, it looks like. Yes, indeed.
And R.J. Coleman's extra point.
37-12 lead for the South Kitsap Wolves with a little over 6 minutes left to play in the game, and a pretty good opener for the Wolves and head coach Eric Canton.
Doc, this has been a great opener for us. We've had you and I, for one, have kind of gotten to relax because we've gotten to be voices only. So we thank the South Kitsap Video Production people for the opportunity to be part of one of their productions. This has been absolutely great. Good football. You're seeing a strong defense by the South Kitsap team. You're seeing a great variety on their offense. And they talked about state. They're talking about big things that are ahead for them. And they're backing it up with their play.
Now, at the same time, I read in some of those interviews, even though they all would like to look forward to that, it's one game at a time.
They do know that.
You know that. They know that. And like I said, I've been very impressed with just how solidly that they have played. I haven't seen any really major mistakes except for maybe those couple personals.
We had one missed extra point. We've had a field goal. Other than that, that we have seen all good stuff.
And the Chargers are going to start out fairly deep in their own territory on this one.
Chargers walking off the field just a little bit slower. You can tell they can feel the defeat setting in. They know it doesn't matter in their league play, but no one comes out on a football field wanting to lose. These guys have put in way too many hours at camps in the summer and doing weight training, doing all the different things that they have to do to prepare for a season.
Good shot there of number 52, Lucas Petrovich. One of the defensive linemen there.
6'5", 265-pound junior.
Ooh. Okay, Kentridge here underway, or about ready to get underway. They've still got Sam Smith in there.
I haven't seen them rotate many people.
No.
I think he wants to see more out of his starters.
And that time the handoff to the second back in front of the quarterback picks up some good yardage for the Chargers.
And that was Mr. Davis, the one with the earlier touchdown.
And getting up off the ground, Marcus Burke for South Kitsap. And again, here's that no-huddle offense.
Well, they get the most out of the time they have on that field, don't they?
Yes, they do. Sam Smith looking for a
Wide
receiver.
open.
Wide open, but not able to hold on to it. Sebastian Bertulli, and he caught a much harder pass earlier on in this game. That one, maybe he was too wide open.
Sebastian had time to wave. It was so open.
And the two defenders converged on him, but he didn't matter. The ball had already been dropped. Second down and 10 for the Wolves, or the Chargers. 5.5 left to go here in the ball game. Fakes the handoff. Smith
Not
still
fooled.
has it, and the pass out to Davis. Davis made a tackle miss, and he will get a first down and almost out to midfield.
It's fun to watch the way he kind of picks his way through the little holes and is watching who's coming at him. Very successful pass in that the quarterback had great patience, waited till the defense was upon him and made that short throw and then Davis just added to it with what he can do after the catch.
First down for the Chargers. Smith up in the air again. That ball intended for Bertulli, and that time over his head.
Smith and Bertulli just seem to be connecting at the moment because there was an opening there if that pass could have been online. But it doesn't matter. They already have their next play called and they're ready, Doc.
Bring up second down and 10.
If they didn't have to wait for them to place the ball, they'd already be playing.
And the quarterback has a thing on his arm there with play calls.
That is,
Ooh, short drop back, and South Kitsap almost dumped Sam Smith. Oh, that was a hit there.
Ow.
And that was 23 for South Kitsap. That's Marshad DeWalt, and the crowd's going to applaud him. I hope Sam's all right.
One of the follow-up Wolves did try to help the quarterback up, but then Smarter went back down to just clear his head. I could hear the helmets hitting on that particular one.
Yep, and you never like to hear that.
No. There is a huge concentration on concussions over the past few years, and they have definitely been concerned about those. They will make sure that Mr. Smith is playable again, that he knows what day it is, where he is before he gets to play.
Yes, indeed, as there well should be. It's, I guess, part of the game. I don't know, besides stronger helmets.
They continue to improve
that.
helmets. They have done
do
that. They've done a really good job of making sure anytime there is a helmet hit that they bring that person off and they're checking.
Yep.
And most of the, when in younger ones, in peewees, they actually have to have written doctor's permission to come back onto the field if they believe there's been a concussion involved.
And of course, in the pro game, you've seen the emphasis on blows to the head.
Yes.
Really.
And in the high school game, because what used to be called unnecessary roughness is that blow to the head most of the time.
And Sam's sitting up. That's good to see.
He is talking. Oh,
He's
really
going.
nice camera work.
Yeah, beautiful job there. It looks like he actually might have a cut.
That protective helmet can be dangerous at times.
Yeah, that's good to see him sitting up.
Coach Canton out there as well, making sure that he's okay. we've had a couple moments where the South Kitsap training staff has been in there helping out as well.
And up on his feet. Nice round of applause by the South Kitsap fans to see that.
This is one of the few times you'll get to see him without the helmet, so we actually got to see what he looked like. That was a different thing. Teammates encouraging him as he goes off.
Yep, and he is going to go off, which
I think it's actually a requirement.
Okay.
And so they'll check him on the sideline, and
He's ready to go, Coach.
He might be. He tried putting the helmet back on. I saw that.
Yeah, they told him, take it off.
With 4:47 left in the game, score 37-12.
Yeah.
It certainly is not worth risking further injury.
So we've got a new quarterback out there for the Chargers, and now a flag and a whistle.
Penalty on the flag.
And illegal procedure against the Chargers will move them back 3, and it's Bertulli moving into that quarterback spot.
It will be tough for him to play receiver as well, so I don't think we're going to see missed passes on his end. We'll just see how well he can connect with his receivers.
He is a senior. And he's going to pull it in and run.
Ooh, he's
into
got
the 40,
something there.
35, 30. Run out of bounds at about, they're going to put it at the 32-yard line, but picked up about 23 yards on that one.
I like how slowly Tyler Bailey, number 77, is coming to the line. It's been a long night for these guys.
A little over 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. 37-12 lead for the Wolves, but the Chargers with a first down and South Kitsap territory.
Definitely a spread offense, 3 receivers one side, 2 on the other.
And this time the pass goes to Daniel Allen, and he'll get down to about the 25-yard line.
Bertulli running the hurry-up offense, not like they haven't done that all night. So
pick up about 7 on that one.
I think that's quite the accomplishment that they always run the no huddle, especially in high school.
Yep, it is. Second down for the Chargers. And Bertulli pitches out, but nowhere to go.
Change of direction.
And Bell with it. He's going to lose about a half a yard. Usually when you have to change direction that much, it's not a good thing.
Joel Sherman finally getting him down. He kept his position. He did not overrun that particular play, and that was why he was able to make it.
Good job by the South Kitsap D to stop him from coming where he wanted to originally, which was down this near sideline.
Yeah, they did close off this particular side
sure
quite
did.
nicely.
Third down now for the Chargers, about 4 to go for the first.
Clock continues to run.
Yeah, Bertulli will pull it down and run over left tackle. He'll pick up close to the first down, but not quite. He's still going to be about 1.5 yards short. Bringing up 4th down for the Chargers.
Now, I have to admit I haven't really been able to keep track of whether we've had a lot of changes on the defense, but they've continued to play strong defense with, I assume there's some second team in there and doing a good job.
4th down, and quarterback puts his head down, and the whistles blow and the flags come out.
Yeah, I think he moved before the rest of it, or somebody, maybe somebody in front of him moved, but you could tell it wasn't quite the right play.
So 5-yard loss for the Chargers, moves it back to 4th down, and now about 6 to go. 2.5 left in the ball game. Ball is on about the 27-yard line of South Kitsap, and Bertulli in the backfield as QB in that shotgun. Going to the air. He's going deep to the air. Oh, what a catch! Nice job by Daniel Allen to pull that one in. Stretching out to grab it. And a pretty good looking pass from Bertulli.
You know, I thought he had overthrown him.
I did too.
And he put quite a bit on it, but what a dive by Allen. That was gorgeous.
Beautiful catch by Daniel Allen there. That was a nice one. So another 6 for the Chargers, and looks like they're going to go for that 2 again on the PAT.
I'm thinking they might not have a kicker. I don't know that there's one. Oh, they do actually have a kicker punter listed.
And Bertulli finally, actually it was, it's Bertulli, finally picks up that 2 on the point after attempt. And so Kentridge putting 20 on the scoreboard. 37-20 lead still for South Kitsap with 2 minutes, 9 seconds left to go. But after the injury to Sam Smith, it was almost kind of nice to see the Chargers hang together, work with a new quarterback, and be able to get the ball in. But like you said, I'm sure a lot of defensive changes in and out for South Kitsap here.
Well, Coach Osborne's got to look at what he just saw and know that he does have a good backup quarterback in Bertulli. Bertulli takes an excitement out there when he's running the hurry up, because he looks like a hurry up sort of guy all the way.
Yes.
Showed that he had a little touch on that. It looked deep. But if his receivers are going to go dive all out for you, then there's a good connection that you like to see.
So the Chargers put some more points on the board, and we'll kick off. Would this be a good time to try the onside?
It looks like they're thinking about it, that's for sure.
Full front line there for South Kitsap.
You got to try it sometime in these things.
It is.
Why not when it may not matter as much?
And South Kitsap's Nick Stoner doing a good job just falling on that ball.
Rule number 1, get control and go down.
That's right.
We don't need it run back. We don't need any of that.
So with under 2 minutes, or no, not under, we're slightly over, 2:09 left to go in the ball game. South Kitsap has the ball on their own 40-yard line.
No 2-minute warning in high school. But we have real referees, so there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take that. But with high school football starting, that also means college football. There's already been a few of those, but how exciting that land of tailgaters and, alumni.
Yeah, and of course we won't mention the Cougars.
Well, that did happen.
Playing the Cougars.
The Cougars played the Cougars,
Down in
and one of the
Utah.
Cougars won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go with that.
Yeah, we just want to tell you which color they were wearing.
And, okay, we have a penalty.
Looks as if that was almost like a delay of game, but I'm not 100% sure of that particular.
Well, whatever it is, it moves the ball back to the 35-yard line for a
I think
first
that's
and
the point,
15.
Doc, exactly.
And it's Cooper Canton with the handoff, and a nice run there. There's going to be a flag on that play.
And
he ran right out of his shoe on that
oh,
play.
okay. That's
Yeah.
number 23, DeWalt Marchand, or Marchand DeWalt. I did it backwards, and he's just a sophomore, 5'5", 226 pounds.
And that's your face mask called against the Chargers, so that'll add a little extra yards there.
He did seem to come down at a unique angle. I had noticed that, and he is one of those square players that I like so much. But did you see that speed? That was pretty impressive.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're under 2 minutes now. And South Kitsap into Charger territory down to, looks like they'll place it at about the 33-yard line.
This is a great way to end our August of 2012 with such a good game.
And there again, another excellent run by South Kitsap.
That one is Michael Gundrum, a senior. And some new running backs finally that we're seeing in there.
14-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to go all the way down to the
First down, Wolves.
first down at about, looks like they're going to place it at the 14-yard line.
Of course, the Kentridge people are also trying some different people on defense. games like this, this may not mean a lot, but it does to the guys who get some of the yardage. The confidence that they build. You don't tell them it's second string defense. You just tell them you did all the right stuff.
And Donald Furman over the ball there as the center. That offensive line has done a good job for South Kitsap tonight. Cooper taking the knee.
To score 37 points on their very first game is a huge accomplishment, and it's not against, it is against a quality opponent. If I could say that word, we would all be better off. But Kentridge puts a very good team out there. They've been very successful over the years.
Second down coming up, and it's about a second down and 14. Once again, South can get a first down without putting it into the end zone. Cooper Canton at QB. And takes a knee. I like that.
I do too. There is no reason to score. They have proven what they have to for the evening.
Certainly no reason for anybody to get hurt at this point.
That too.
Oh, and after seeing that smash on Sam.
Yeah, we do hope that Sam Smith is okay. I don't have binoculars, and he still has his helmet off. He's at least walking around talking to somebody with his team.
And here's the third down. Takes a knee with 23 seconds. That should do it, Kitty. No timeouts, and the South Kitsap Wolves are going to come away with an opening day victory here at Joe Knowles Stadium in a well-played contest. 37-20 over the Kentridge Chargers.
And the debut is successful for Eric Canton, his very first night as a head coach, and his team comes away with the victory.
Well, again, it was big fun to start out the season down here at South Kitsap. We want to thank the South Kitsap TV production crew, and we'll run through them again. We've got Matthew Esteron directing, Chris Stevens, Mike Brothers, Joe Esteron, Trevor Morgan, Ellen Gordon, Kezia Jones, Alex Pummel, and Mr. Matthew Swagger in the master control. And of course, their instructor, Mike Downham. And again, a great job tonight. Very good looking ball game for the crew as well as the team out there.
The other crew member not part of South Kitsap, as he's quite graduated from high school, but we have Spencer Anderson running the stream for the KitsapSun.com, making sure that this is going worldwide.
Well, great way to open the 2012 season. Kitty Campagna and that other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr from West Sound TV. Next week, SKTV will have for you on Channel 205 Gig Harbor coming to Joe Knowles Field. And on the KitsapSun.com, we will be bringing you Kingston versus Bainbridge. So it's a fun-looking football season shaping up here for 2012. I'm the doctor saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.